Welcome to WBSU Bulldog Nation Radio. Bowie State, get ready to go global and join us for International Education Week 2025 that is happening right now. This national celebration, recognized across the United States and around the world, highlights the value of cultural exchange, global learning, and community. And here at BSU, you are a part of that global story. For full schedules and updates, visit the International Education Week 2025 website and be on the lookout for flyers and digital advertisements on electric boards around campus. Let's celebrate global learning, let's celebrate community, and let's celebrate us, Bowie State University. I am your host for today, Nat, and I'm here with my co-host.
Hello, Bulldogs. This is Octavius Wilson.
And today we thought that we'd take it back to the 90s. The 90s were a fun time with many iconic events that definitely left their mark on the culture. Today, with the current state of hip-hop and what people are currently calling the rap civil war, we thought that it would be fun to talk about something similar that happened in the 90s. For those who don't know, I'm referring to the East versus West Coast beef that took place between major names such as Tupac, Biggie, Diddy, Suge Knight, and a lot more. What do you know about this whole ordeal?
I was a spring chicken. I was born, I think, like maybe a few months after this altercation happened. But it's still informative about the times now. And it still brings up, like, rap beefs and hip-hop, and everyone's still looking for the formula that they once had in the 90s to, like, market as for rap beef. Remnants of that was, like, in Drake and Kendrick.
Yeah.
We'll talk about that later.
I mean, thank goodness Drake and Kendrick didn't end as violently as this one did, but you definitely still see effects of what happened today in the culture. You could still argue that there kind of is still a divide between the East and the West because of what happened.
Yeah, definitely.
So,
or I guess like the West and North, because as much as Drake thinks that he's like American, he's like so Canadian. You can rap the six. You can do that.
All right, so a quick breakdown of what happened. As many of y'all know, the main faces of this beef were Biggie, representing the East Coast, and Tupac, who was representing the West Coast. But did y'all know that before this whole ordeal, they were actually on really good terms? You could even say that they were friends. The two of them used to hang out together at Pac's house. They would perform and freestyle together. There's still videos of that you can find online. There's plenty of photos that you can find. Something I didn't know was that Biggie actually asked Tupac to manage him at some point. Like, that's how close they were.
That was news to me. I didn't know that.
Yeah, Pac was, because, Pac was famous before Biggie. Biggie was still on the come up. The two of them met. Pac was kind of like a mentor to him. He was like, hey, can you manage me? And Pac was like, no, stay with Diddy. Diddy will get you famous. And that he did.
That's true.
Sadly, though, this whole thing started to go downhill with minor spats here and there. And as Tupac ended up getting shot in the studio. And he blamed Biggie for it. And that's where the whole thing just went downhill.
Yeah, absolutely. And I believe that Biggie passed like a few months after that ordeal.
Oh, Tupac survived that first shooting.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The other one, no.
No. But, like, knowing how things started, isn't it crazy knowing how things ended?
Yeah, I mean, at the time, Pac was like up and come. He was like a rap artist, and then he also was doing movies and things like that, and had this, like, we think of Tupac, you think of like the looks, the fashion, the tattoos, and all that other stuff. Come to mind would be like the David LaChapelle photo shoot when he was in the shower or in the bathtub.
Yeah, covered with the gold.
Mm-hmm. I see that. And then I don't think Biggie did any movies.
Biggie wasn't much of an actor. He definitely had some biopics out there, and he definitely made his face seen. Yeah. But movies, I can't recall. We would have to look into that later. Mm-hmm. But anyway, after Pac would get shot and survive, he blamed Biggie and Diddy for the whole ordeal. Both of them would deny it. But despite the denial, Biggie would then go and make Who Shot Ya, which Tupac took as a direct diss about him basically bragging about the shooting. Eventually, Tupac was signed to Death Row Records, which was under Suge Knight, and this move is what officially turned this from a Biggie and Tupac beef to now it is a East versus West Coast beef. I'm talking about Suge with diss Diddy and the whole Bad Boys label at the Source Wars. I'm sure y'all remember the iconic, any artists out there that want to be an artist, stay a star, and won't have to worry about the executive producer trying to dance all in the videos, come to Death Row.
God.
Yeah, he said all of that at the 1995 Source Awards. And oh my goodness.
A standout for me would be in Who Shot Ya, where he was like, "Don't one of y'all got sickle cell?"
Oh my God. Yeah, Tupac said that at Hit 'Em Up. He was referring to, yeah, that was Hit 'Em Up. He was referring to Prodigy. Rest in peace, Mobb Deep.
Rest in peace, Mobb Deep.
Not rest in peace, Mobb Deep. Rest in peace, Prodigy. My bad. I misspoke. Yeah, in that track, he took aim at Biggie, Diddy, Mobb Deep, as we said, along with Lil Kim, basically saying anybody who's affiliated with the East Coast and Bad Boys, you are now in this beef.
Absolutely.
Yeah, he was saying basically everybody can get it.
We can't forget to bring up Faith Evans as well.
Yeah, that iconic opening line that I sadly cannot repeat here.
I'm not gonna repeat it either.
Yeah, I can't say it.
Well,
but Faith Evans did deny that ever happened.
I don't know. I think just to cover her tracks. But
I was going to say, do you think that is true?
well, yeah, she said a lot of stuff, but I think that she was on the spot with Biggie and decided to enjoy herself, her freedom, and I don't blame her. I mean, I kind of seeing Tupac. I may have done that too.
We just gonna keep that up in the air. We got nothing but respect for Miss Faith Evans, so we just gonna keep that in there. But as everyone knows, this whole thing would end up coming to a tragic end when they would both lose their lives in a separate shooting accident. Now none of us were at the age where we could understand firsthand what was going on, but you know, coming from secondhand information, like what's your initial thoughts on all of this?
We could have just left it in the music, to be honest. I mean, the legacies do live past them, which is a art within itself and blessing within itself. But the physicality of it all, it's hurtful. It really is.
At the end of the day, it is really a sad ordeal. It's iconic and definitely left its stamp on the culture, but it also feels like none of that really had to happen.
It didn't.
Like, two iconic black men who left a really big mark on the culture, were extremely talented, and had the potential to go so far, ended up losing their lives before they should have.
Yeah, I think.
All because of what?
Ego and greed. That's what it have to be.
Like I said, it's even crazier thinking about how, the two of them used to be on good terms. Do you really think any of this was worth it? Losing that bond that they had. Like I said, Tupac was like a mentor.
I think that people probably got in their heads and made them rival each other. I think one thing you brought up is how Biggie wanted to leave the label from Diddy, and Diddy has a couple character flaws, as we know now. And that probably put a damper on his big money, his cash grab, which is Biggie. Yeah,
I feel like Suge Knight and Diddy were definitely pulling a lot of strings behind the scenes, maybe trying to keep them beefing. I feel like money is power. Even today, beef is a good marketing tool.
Yeah, it is.
So I feel like maybe that's a big part of why it was all keeping going. They was oh, keep them beefing, y'all keep beefing. Oh, drop this diss track, keep it, blah blah blah, just to keep the beef going, more money.
Yeah, draw more eyes, and more people buying up the projects, the music. It happens for men and women as well.
Yeah.
What happened with, Nicki
I just
Minaj
feel
and
like
other girls.
money isn't worth losing a friend, though.
It's not.
It's never worth losing a friend.
Or a legacy.
Or a legacy. People say that this beef had a large impact on how people handle rap beefs as a whole. As I was saying, what would you say, about that?
This is the blueprint. Let's be honest. This is the blueprint of hip-hop and what it is. So you want to showcase your skills by being extremely lyrical and creative, but also airing out any grievances or any tricks or drama that you have in your back pocket. The things that we didn't know about will come to fruition in the light. One thing that we also didn't know, I guess, was Nas versus Jay-Z when in Ether, where he was dropping about some tea about Jay-Z's mother. I'm not gonna say that now, but yeah.
I mean, if you ask me, Ether's probably one of the greatest diss tracks of all time.
It's
I was
so
like,
good.
oh my goodness.
It's really, really good.
That, Hit 'Em Up, No Vaseline. Those were some... I low-key feel like all of that is part of the reason why people be trying to start fake beefs nowadays.
Yeah.
Because, half of these beefs are fake.
They're fabricated. And then they don't even reach the magnitude that Biggie and Tupac and the other greats have. It's just little indie artists, rap stars, I'm trying to come up and then just killing each other over like lame stuff,
Mm-hmm.
like or girls or money or stuff like that. One that hit home was Pop Smoke.
That
He was
was
the next star,
Yeah.
literally. And then what? You want to take his chain and brag about it?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, people shouldn't like. Even I feel like this, like people just losing their lives over dumb stuff.
And the music don't even be that good. Like stop.
Okay. So do you like we talked briefly about this earlier when we mentioned Drake and Kendrick, but I'm gonna talk about it again, like the parallels between what happened back then versus what's happening now. Like instead of just one rapper versus one rapper, we got Drake and all the people on his side, and then we got Kendrick and all the people on his side. And it's like instead of just two people beefing, it's like a whole what people are calling a civil war.
It
Like
is.
yes, like you got Kendrick, Rick, Pusha, Drake, Weeknd, ASAP Rocky, everybody
Future, all of
just
them.
going at each other. So, like, thinking about this parallel, what do you think they could all learn from what happened in the 90s? I feel like a big thing is please just keep it in the music.
Put the still down. Pick up a pen. That's what we're learning. Just put the still down. Pick up a pen. No one wants to lose their father, friends, family, uncle, just over like just ego or some words.
Yeah, Drake and Kendrick also started off as friends. So I feel like that's like a big parallel. Like Kendrick got like one of his first big features on Effing Problems
Oh,
with Drake and Rocky.
okay. Come on, history
So
lesson.
so it's like thinking like you go from that and now the two of y'all just full on going at it, and apparently Rocky don't like Drake either.
Really?
Yeah, so it's like how the three of y'all go from that, and now the three of y'all just going at each other.
But is it the beef with Drake about like other stuff? Was about Rihanna?
That's what they say. Like I said, I don't know what's going on in their personal lives, but at the end of the day, it just doesn't all seem worth it.
They don't. I mean, or sometimes maybe just fabricated. What if we all along like it was just like fake?
Oh my goodness. I don't think it's fake because it got super personal.
No day.
Yeah, like
Loverboy, aka certified what?
I don't know if we could say that word on here,
Oh.
but like all these allegations that are just like straight out coming out on each other, out in each other's personal lives. Yeah, I don't think that is fake. But I don't know if you heard about DaBaby. He came out. He said that a rapper came to him and was like, "Hey, we should start a fake beef. This whole Drake and Kendrick stuff got me fired up." And DaBaby was like, "What? No."
The baby though.
Somebody reached out to DaBaby trying to start a fake beef.
Yeah, but yeah, just like we said before, like starting up. I mean, beef creates more money and more eyes and more notoriety,
Yeah.
and so I mean it's the blueprint of hip hop, to be honest.
So would you say that hip hop is more so built on anger and hatred now? Because it started from like unity and just love for music.
We're swaying away from the plot. We totally are, I guess. Well, mainly because these aren't lyricists anymore. I mean, enough to have rap beef, so they turn to the. I think that's what it is, though. Let's open up the schools.
Open up the schools?
Open up the schools.
You think?
Open up the source. Open up a dictionary. Once the music can actually sell, it makes more sense to actually have the beef. But they can't live up to that, and so it turns to like, oh, now I have to like prove my dominance over like physicalities or casualties like gun violence.
So you think that a big problem is that people feel like they can't back it up on the record, so they gotta resort to
Yeah.
something else.
I think so. My opinion. What do you think?
I mean, I do definitely agree that it could be a big ego situation. People definitely let their egos take over, which sadly results in many tragedies. But I feel like people should just keep it to the pen. Or if you don't got anything to say, just don't respond. Like, it
Bingo.
costs you nothing to not respond. People saying all this stuff about you, so what? It's not their beef, it's yours.
It is.
Anyway, while this situation ended in a tragedy, it still left a large cultural impact that we still see today, and Biggie and Tupac will always be remembered as two of the greatest to ever do it. Thank you for listening to WBSU Bulldog Nation Radio. This has been my co-host.
Octavius Wilson.
And once again, Bowie State, get ready to go global and join us for International Education Week 2025 that is happening right now. This national celebration, recognized across the United States and around the world, highlights the value of cultural exchange, global learning, and community. And here at BSU, you are part of that global story. For full schedules and updates, visit the International Education Week 2025 website and be on the lookout for flyers and digital advertisements on electronic boards around campus. Let's celebrate global learning, let's celebrate community, and let's celebrate us. I have been your host, Nat. Don't go anywhere. We have a lot more for you.
Music. The song of victory.
Mama yo, life it done better.